Imagine a predator born with a specialized disadvantage. To survive, it must catch food, yet it is biologically incapable of performing the most basic requirement of the hunt, moving toward its prey. This problem is compounded by the habitat. In the competitive, predator-heavy waters of Australia, being slow usually means being dead. The first major deficit is internal. This animal completely lacks a swim bladder. Without this gas-filled organ, it has no way to control its buoyancy, leaving it to sink to the bottom as a heavy, highly inefficient swimmer. Its fins offer no help. Lacking the flexibility to glide or flap, the fish is forced to use them as blunt pillars, shoving its weight across the sand one awkward step at a time. An animal this physically inept seems like a biological dead end. How can it hope to compete against the agile, high-speed hunters of the reef? This is the frogfish. It navigates the world by flipping the traditional rules of predation. Instead of chasing a meal, it forces the meal to find it. Severe physical limitations force the frogfish to abandon active pursuit entirely, evolving instead into an ambush predator that relies on deception to close the distance. Because the frogfish cannot flee from a threat or chase down a target, its survival depends on remaining completely unseen. It hides in plain sight by adopting the texture and silhouette of dangerous reef inhabitants, like the venomous sea urchin. It also mimics the static architecture of the reef itself, blending into nutrient-poor features like sea sponges that most predators simply ignore. The mimicry is so precise that the fish matches the exact color and pitted surface of its surroundings and practically disappears into the background. This level of camouflage removes the frogfish from the ecosystem's visual radar, transforming its inability to move into a specialized tactical advantage. Camouflage only protects the frogfish from being eaten. But to do the eating, it must find a way to draw its prey directly to its mouth. It does this using a biological lure, a specialized appendage located on its dorsal fin that functions as a high-stakes fishing rod. While the rest of its body remains frozen, the frogfish twitches this lure. The movement is calculated to mimic the specific, erratic wriggling of a small worm or a wounded guppy. Small, hungry passers-by see an easy meal and swim directly toward the bait, unaware they are entering a kill zone. The frogfish exploits the hunting instinct of its target, turning a curious search for food into a fatal error for the prey. The prey locks onto the lure, swimming within millimeters of the frogfish's invisible jaw. Then, in less than 1/100th of a second, the trap is sprung. This speed relies on a mechanism called the gape and suck. At rest, the mouth's water volume is stable. During the gape, the jaw suddenly pops and drops, expanding the internal cavity. This expansion creates a void of negative pressure, triggering a powerful inflow of water. During the suck phase, the force of this vacuum pulls the water, and the prey inside it, straight into the mouth before the target can react. This vacuum strike is a biological necessity. Because the frogfish lacks teeth, it cannot bite or chew. It must swallow its meal entirely whole. By combining these strategies, the frogfish proves that surviving in a high-speed environment doesn't require being the fastest swimmer, just the right application of fluid physics.